I've written down a few tips. If you're doing a top 10 rating, like of albums of all time or of a year or of a particular person or band, these are some tips that you should always follow. At the beginning of the video, make sure you let people know that these are your picks, not your picks, my picks. Or make sure that they know this, because inevitably they're going to go, well, that's not right, this isn't right, and they're going to have comments. So make sure at the beginning that you tell them, these are not yours, they're my picks. Make sure about half the video you list honorable mentions. Say you were a year and you got a top 10. Well, make sure you list about 30 other albums from that year, just so people know that, well, I know they're good albums, but these are my top 10, but these ones are good too. Make sure you do that. And these choices could change tomorrow. Number 2 and 3 could be number 3 and 2, or number 6 and 4 could be 4 and 6 next week. Who knows? Things change. People change. I mean, they do. Their opinions change. Their ears change. And some of your picks, you got to be controversial. So you have to try to piss people off a little bit with some of those picks, so people will go, but you don't want those comments. But still, you got to try to piss them off a little bit. And when you're giving your top 10, most people get confused on what number they're on. So make sure that maybe you write them down or something, so that when you're at number 7, you're going, is that number 8 or is that number 6? And that's not good, because it sort of slows the video right down. Make sure the video is at least 14 minutes, because you want to have a little bit of a deep dive, not these little shallow videos that I make, but you want a deep dive. And at the end, make sure you tell people to sub and like, because they're very important things. You got to like, because it's something to do with the dynamics, or the I'm not sure what you call them. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that if there's an underrated album that you think is underrated, you make sure you let people know, this is a really underrated album, and I don't really care what you think, but I think this is underrated. What the hell does underrated mean? I never really understood. Well, a lot of people don't rate this album very high. Underrated, my ass.